Hey guys, welcome back to Winter Wolf's Den. Winter Wolf and King Z back on the same spot for a change. That's a nice little change of pace. I'm glad we're getting back to that. Hopefully we get to do more of this again in the upcoming future. But guys, we're doing something a little different today. King Z was a good enough sport for me to put him on the spot with only 2 days notice till I get his horror movie expertise and knowledge together. We're gonna play a little bit of Halloween horror movie trivia, just kind of ease into the season as we start to shift gears a little bit from our sci-fi fantasy stuff over into some more of the spooky stuff, into the horror genre. Gonna get into some classics and some talks and things like that. But we're basically gonna throw some questions at each other in order to keep things fair and kind of clear and honest. Tonight for round one, I'm gonna throw about 10 questions at King Z, see how he does. I like to keep these all more or less, they're not deep dives into horror. You know, these are all franchises folks have heard of. And I kind of just lifted out some trivia questions, and then he's gonna get me back probably for next weekend. We'll see, you know, who just comes out on top. All right, King Z, how does that sound for a setup?
That sounds great for a setup. I'm ready to try to play Stump the Chump with me as I sit here in the hot seat, ready for these questions.
Dude, don't worry, dude. I tried to keep this about as level one as possible. I hit all over the place on the horror maps. I'm gonna get you from a couple of different genres and franchises, but you know, I'm gonna lob you an easy one. All right, let me switch over my view to like my Word doc that has these questions here. All right. Everybody knows that Nightmare on Elm Street started in Springwood. Everybody knows about the Voorhees family home on Camp Crystal Lake. What is the name of Michael Myers' hometown?
Oh, that's a good one. Because I never really paid attention to the actual name of the town.
Yep.
But I do know it's in Indiana, because Indiana is the most haunted place in the United States.
You were close. It's in Illinois.
It's in Illinois?
It was the other eye, one of the other eye states. Yep. Illinois.
It's like Huntsville.
You're in the area.
Yeah, it's like Huntsville, Illinois.
Starts with an H. Dude, you're close. You're super close, dude.
Henderson?
You're right there. No. If I'll give you the last like the suffix of the word. The last part of the word is field. It's something field.
Huntsfield? I got Hunt stuck in my head. I just can't get it out.
Yeah, you give?
Yeah.
Haddonfield. Not too bad. You were right in the neighborhood. No worries, man. No worries. You were close. You're right, though. It's kind of an obscure detail. Like, it's not part of, like, the lore. People don't scream Haddonfield over and over again like people talk about Camp Blood or Camp Crystal Lake. You know, so that was a good. I think that was a good entry point to the questions here.
Yeah,
Number 2.
Something I should have known.
Dude, you got this. You'll get this one, right? How many blades are on Freddy Krueger's glove?
4.
You got it. Nailed it. There was a 5th blade introduced in the new Nightmare movie. Not the crappy Jackie Earl Haley thing. The new Nightmare of the original franchise. Then he had a thumb blade. But you're right. 4 blades cutting through the credits to open each movie. Very good. Very good. Question number 3. In Night of the Living Dead, they were coming to get you. Who were the undead coming to get in the opening of the film?
Which version?
I think the scene played out the same in the original black and white and the colorized version later. There were a brother and a sister visiting their mother's grave, and the older brother taunted the sister, who goes on to be the final girl in the film. And he taunted her by saying, "They're coming to get you," and then her name. And then he incidentally is the first victim of the movie, the dickhead older brother.
Yeah, 'cause I remember the scene of where it all started. And man, I gotta brush up on my knowledge. I should know these things right off the bat.
Dude, it's all for fun, man. We're not going hardcore, like, you know, craziness over here. No money on the line. It's just friendly trivia.
I'm going with Sarah.
Stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
You were close. Again, the A's are there. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Barbara, Sarah.
Barbara was the answer we were looking for. You're in the neighborhood, dude. It's like, dude, you bought your bus ticket, you're driving through town, but you're not stopping at the right stops. I don't know what to tell you. All right. This one's the first, I think, legitimately difficult one. So buckle up. This also, I don't think, is your typical genre of horror within horror, so you might have to dig deep here. In the Hellraiser series, the puzzle box serves as a gateway to the realm of the Cenobites. We all know that, right? Two-part question. What is the puzzle box's official name?
Puzzle box's official name?
Yep. The Rubik's Cube puzzle box actually has an in-lore canon name within the story. And I'll give you the second part if you want to move on from this part. No Google. We should have set that up as a rule, ladies and gentlemen. King Z is unable to call his wife or the lifeline or use the Google foo. He is rendered weaponless, defenseless.
Yeah.
If you're not getting this one, you're probably not getting the twofer. Fair warning. Clock's ticking, Slick. How do you want to play this?
To be 100% honest, I wasn't that big of a Hellraiser fan. Like, I've seen it, but I really go back to.
Yep. Yeah, I'm with it. You want me to feed you the first answer and we'll get to the second part of the two-parter?
Yeah, I'm just having a bad night.
The puzzle box's name... No, dude, you good. The puzzle box's real name is the Lament Configuration. You were probably never going to ever guess that, so I don't feel bad about letting you off the hook on that one. Do you even want to hear the second part of the question? Because it does play a little bit into the lore. All right, while we're here.
So the people watching can play along.
Yeah, exactly. And you folks at home, if you know the answers as we go, feel free to just throw them in. I know it's not live, but it's still fun to see how many people are watching know these things. What is the name of the dark god that presides over Pinhead and the other Cenobites? The master of the Lament Configuration, if you will.
Satan?
Because it is named in several entries. No, believe it or not, it is not the Great Deceiver. It's another sub-demonic entity called Leviathan.
Oh, Leviathan.
They don't actually ever make any direct they actually don't make any direct religious correlations to Lucifer at all in the Hellraiser franchise that I remember.
But Leviathan is a name.
They're gonna take their own mythology.
A very named.
Yeah,
very
that's good.
Well known
Yep, sure.
in the biblical Christian realm.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, definitely, and never in a good context.
Oh, never.
So I could see where they would draw from. All right, you ready for question 5? We're moving on.
Yep.
This one's probably gonna whack you up a little bit too. I apologize ahead of time then. Not sure how big of a Puppet Master franchise fan you might have been. But it's an easy one. You might be able to get it. What is the name of the mastermind behind the animated marionettes in Puppet Master? Who is the Puppet Master?
Oh, I remember the reveal too.
Hint. His name is in one of the titles of one of the sequels. So if you've ever been on Wikipedia researching anything, you might have actually seen this dude's name in the list of films. I think it was part 4, but don't quote me on that. My knowledge isn't that deep.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's a French name. Remember, the mythology of the Puppet Master stems back to World War II France with Nazi Germany invading, and the title character Puppet Master was actually in hiding when the Nazis raided his village, I think, or when they raided his neighborhood in France, in Paris. I mean, neighborhood in Paris.
Let's go with a good French name. Good French. We're gonna go with Mr. Jacques.
You know, there's other French names out there, but he guessed that one.
Napoleon.
Right. Yeah, that's the other French name every American knows. You give?
Yeah.
You tapping?
Yeah.
Andre Toulon. Andre Toulon. And the name appearing in one of the titles was it was Puppet Master, whatever number, Toulon's Revenge.
I do apologize to all of our
Toulon
French watchers for my horrible French accent.
Yeah, they were both there, and my Frenchman's laugh was terrible, but I have no regrets. All right, question number 6. Now, this just means you're probably going to throw me like 10 rapid fire nasty questions next week. This is going to be embarrassing when it's my turn. All right. Now, we talked about this the other day briefly, and I think you said it's been ages since you've seen it, but it's a softball question. You might actually remember it anyway. Right? In Children of the Corn, Name either the town's name from the film or the name of the demon influencing those crazy little kids. Malachi was the demon's first in command. That was the kid's name. That was second in command, actually. No, that was first in command.
Malachi is also the name of a biblical prophet as well.
Also the name of one of the head villains in one of my books. Ta-da! Shameless self-plug. So the town name or the demon's name from Children of the Corn. I can throw you a 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon kind of clue on this one. The name of the demon in the film is pseudo-featured in the Dresden Files, where the demon that Harry had to overcome as a teenager was He Who Walks Behind. The demon's name in Children of the Corn is very, very similar. Yep.
I haven't gotten into the series that far where they actually named the demon that he.
Oh, I thought you had found. Oh, my bad. I thought you said that you had finished that up on audiobook. My bad.
I've got through.
They don't name him until later. Yeah, I think it's it's a couple of books after that where they actually name, and then they actually reveal it in Ghost Story. Actually, like they do a flashback to like the actual event.
And it's not Legion, which is the only demon to ever be named in the Bible.
Yeah, no, this is a completely made up thing as far as I'm aware. You want to take a stab at the town name?
Somersville.
Not even close. Okay, so.
What about Gatlin?
Gatlin? There ain't nothing in Gatlin.
The town from the original Children of the Corn, ladies and gentlemen, Gatlin. I believe it was Kansas, I think. Yep. And the demon's name was He.
It was he who walks behind the rose.
He Who Walks Behind the Rose, as in rows of corn.
Oh.
The unseen presence that shows up at the end of the movie and kind of does the stupid, cheesy 1980s effect thing, and then they set it on fire by burning the cornfield, which is pretty cool. All right. Moving on to a different franchise. You might get this one. You're not doing too good here. I'm a little disappointed.
It's not doing well.
All good. All good. All right. Now, you know Chucky from Child's Play, right?
I think so. I think I've heard of him.
Okay, hopefully, right? He was a good guy doll. That was going to be the original question. That was the brand name of the doll he was. But I figured that'd be too tough. So I wanted to walk it back a little bit because, we go way back, right? What was the serial killer's name that became Chucky after doing the soul transfer into the doll? What was his name as a human? I'm going to get the Jeopardy music for the background for one of these. Actually, no, we'll get copyrighted for that. Never mind, I won't do that. I won't even hum it. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. Yeah. You need to get all aboard that crazy train. This is an easy one. Come on, dude. You're killing me.
Once again, being completely honest, I really don't go back and rewatch horror movies that I watched when I was a kid. I know how everything goes. I store the information, and I don't watch the movies all that often.
Dude, you didn't see this like 40 times when you were like 12 like I did? Really? Like this wasn't just on the rotation on like USA cable network?
I watched
and, like,
it
up all night with like Rhonda Shears and Gilbert Godfrey and shit?
I watched it twice, ever. And just because I just remember everything that happens. I just don't remember all the names and everything.
Oh, jeez. You're getting old then, man. I still remember a name or two. The serial killer's name was...
His real name is Charles Lee Ray.
Charles Lee Ray. Charles Lee Ray was Chucky's name as a human being. Okay, let's roll to question 8. This is the biggest meatball I could roll you. Okay, we're talking about like the meatball the size of a beach ball. I've been using the air pump over here for 10 minutes to float this one over to you. If you've already gotten a bigger boat and you've run out of oxygen tanks and you happen to have some charred up asshole great white shark trying to eat you, what do you use to kill it after paddling out on your rubber inflatable boat? This is Jaws 2.
Oh, Jaws 2.
Yeah, dude. Great white shark, charred up.
Yeah.
You have a bigger boat.
I remember the oxygen tank showed the first one.
That's right. But you've run out of tanks. You're Chief Brody. You're out there over by Cable Junction. The kids are up on the rocks. 3 of them are dead. You float out on the RIB. And a stroke of genius comes to you. And you remember something the deputy said. about a certain thing that's lying in the water that you might be able to use to kill the shark.
Is it electricity?
It's electricity, but how? We need the how. What's the delivery system? How could he electrocute this thing in the water?
Probably power cables that run under the thing.
Bing! There he goes. He got it. He got one, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause.
I got two.
It to him.
I got two.
Like he was an 80. Like, what was the other
Ready.
one?
The plates.
Oh yeah, you got the. Okay, all right, we got two. That's right. All right.
Two.
So now I feel bad that I even you up on this one. All right, dude, well done. Cable junction, power line, fried the shark. Nicely done. All right, number 9. Dude, 2 ain't bad, honestly. I'm not expecting to do much better now. Speaking of creepy dolls and puppets, this little charmer typically comes rolling in on a squeaky tricycle just before a certain trap master gives a speech. What is the... There you go. What is the doll's name on the tricycle in Saw? It's not Jigsaw. Jigsaw is John Kramer's alias, the human. What is the doll's name? And it has a name because it was a gift to his wife.
Spiral?
Nope. Caveat. They may have called the doll that in the new Chris Rock spinoff, The Book of Spiral. So if that's true, we can fact check that later. I will award you the point. The original name of the doll is not Spiral, though. That's a common misconception because of the design on its cheeks.
Yeah.
It's actually fairly mundane.
Bob.
You were close. It's Billy the Puppet.
Billy the Puppet.
It's Billy the Puppet. Yep. That is the doll's name. Jigsaw, like I said, was John Kramer, Tobin Bell's main character. And actually, side note on that, dude, I'm hearing good things about Saw X. I don't know if you're a big fan of the franchise at all, but I'm probably going to get out to check that out tomorrow.
I like the first
I'm
one.
hearing really good things.
Second one I saw, and then pretty much after that, it just became a super gore fest, and I just wasn't into it anymore. Other side note, though, I have worked with Tobin Bell.
Yeah. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I'm sure that you had great things to say about him because he seems to be a well-liked kind of guy.
Yeah, he was a very nice guy, and he really didn't want to do the Saw stuff while he was there because he was there to work, but he shook hands and he was nice. I had nothing bad to say about him, but yeah, I have worked with Saw.
Dude, super cool. Super cool. See, and that's why we bring King Z on because he's got these little, in front of the camera, behind the camera kind of stories. All right, dude. We're up on question 10. This is it. This is your wrap-up question here. Tell you what, if you get this one right, I'll give you 9 points and then you get 11 points. All right, that's how we'll do this. You get this one, it's for all the marbles. In space, nobody can hear you scream. All right? Here's a twofer. If you get either one of these, we'll give you the 9 points and you get 11 out of 10. Good for you. Name either of the 2 main starships used in Alien or Aliens, the sequel.
The starships?
Yep, the ship that Ripley was on in the first place, and then the ship that the Marines take down to LV-426 in Aliens. The second one's the harder one. Ripley actually says the name of the ship that she destroys from the first movie in her closing, like her recorded log that she leaves before she goes into cryo sleep. Think about that dialogue. He says, "This is Ellen Ripley, last survivor of the blank," and she says the ship's name. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah.
Thought this was it. I was spotting you 9. Maybe we did this too late in the day. Maybe we gotta do this and then we do this on lunch next week.
Banshee.
No, not even close.
Star Rider.
The answer. I mean, you're just writing down ship names that you can use for your stuff later. No. In Alien, it was the Nostromo. Was Ellen Ripley's ship that she destroys and then gets dragged over the coals for by the corporate group, by Weyland Yutani and Aliens, wherein the Marines' base ship was the Sulaco, and then they take the transport thing down to the colony. So there you go. All right, dude, 2 out of 10, not bad.
Not too bad.
Not too shabby, but I had to drag that second one. I had to basically spoon feed it to you like you were, a hospice patient or something. But whatever. It's all in good fun. All in good fun. You got your shot to take at me, whenever you want. Yeah, that's it, guys. King Z coming through with 2 out of 10. Not too shabby. I'm hoping to outdo him by at least one when I take my turn in a week or so. But guys, if you enjoyed this kind of thing, I'm sure King Z's got some words, some helpful suggestions on that subject.
Oh, yes, of course. If you've stuck around and listened to me babble on all the wrong answers, go ahead and hit that like button. If you think I did really bad, go ahead and hit that down button, because that's where I'm feeling today. But go ahead and give that thumbs up, because it does help us in the algorithm. Leave us a comment that you knew all the answers and you could have, spot them off on the top of your head, unlike myself. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can see what I'm going to do to him in a week time or so.
God, it's going to be bad. It's going to get ugly.
So
it's going to get ugly.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here. Apparently, I'm too slow paced, so that's it.
Dude, nicely done, man. Guys, stick around. We're going to fill the month of October with a lot more Halloween and horror kind of inspired reviews, games, discussions, all kinds of stuff like that. So like King Z said, smash the communication buttons as you see fit, and we will see you in the next one.